Have you ever tried to help someone only to find your efforts fall flat because they weren't ready to help themselves? Even as a kind and compassionate person who wants to make a positive difference in the world, sometimes your good intentions may not be enough to help those stuck in their own problems. But why is that? Today, we're going to uncover the 9 types of people who, for various reasons, do not want to be helped. These are individuals who might be stubborn, defensive, or ungrateful when you try to intervene. Stick with us until the end, because the last type might leave you questioning your whole approach to helping others. Get ready for some eye-opening insights. 1. The self-centered individual. It's tough when someone constantly makes things about themselves. Say you're excited about a weekend trip you've planned, only to be interrupted by their complaints about never traveling. It dims your enthusiasm, right? Their self-focus can be draining, leaving you feeling unheard. Let's delve deeper into what it means to deal with self-centered individuals. Self-centered individuals often struggle to see beyond their own immediate needs and desires. They can be charming and engaging, but their focus rarely strays from themselves. This can be particularly challenging in relationships where mutual support and understanding are essential. When every conversation and interaction is redirected back to them, it can leave you feeling undervalued and ignored. Psychologically, self-centeredness can stem from various factors. It may be rooted in childhood experiences where the individual was either overly pampered or neglected. They might have learned that the only way to get their needs met was to focus exclusively on themselves. Understanding this can foster empathy, but it doesn't make dealing with their behavior any easier. Dealing with self-centered people requires setting firm boundaries. Communicate your needs clearly and assertively. For example, if they interrupt your story about your weekend, you might say, "I'd like to finish sharing my experience before we talk about something else." Over time, they may learn to respect your boundaries, but it's crucial to remember that change must come from within them. Consider a workplace scenario where a colleague constantly redirects team discussions to their own achievements. This can be frustrating and demoralizing for other team members. In such cases, it's important for team leaders to establish clear guidelines for meetings and encourage inclusive communication. Highlighting the importance of collaboration can sometimes shift the focus from individual to group achievements. Remember the wise words, "You cannot change a person who doesn't see an issue in their actions." The Stoics believed in focusing on what we can control, our own actions and reactions. Sometimes, stepping back from negativity is the best way forward. If someone's self-centered behavior is impacting your well-being, it may be necessary to distance yourself to maintain your own mental health. 2. The opportunist. Empathy is a gift, a beautiful connection. But some see this gift as an open door to take advantage. They disguise themselves as friends, only to lean on you for favors they could manage alone. Their strategy? Guilt-tripping. True friends seek support in dire straits, not for every trivial matter. Let's explore this dynamic further. Opportunists are adept at recognizing and exploiting the generosity of others. They might start by offering small gestures of friendship, but these are often calculated moves to establish a sense of obligation. Once they've ingratiated themselves, they begin to make increasingly burdensome requests. Their ability to manipulate guilt and obligation can leave you feeling used and undervalued. Opportunists excel in emotional manipulation. They know how to frame their requests in a way that makes you feel guilty for even considering saying no. For instance, they might say, "I thought we were friends, and friends help each other out." This kind of emotional blackmail can be difficult to resist, especially for empathetic individuals who want to be supportive. To protect yourself from opportunists, it's crucial to set clear boundaries. Learn to recognize the signs of manipulation and practice assertiveness. For example, when they ask for yet another favor, respond with, "I'm sorry, but I can't help you with that." It's important to remember that saying no does not make you a bad person. It's a necessary step to protect your own well-being. Imagine a friend who constantly borrows money from you with promises to repay, yet never does. Over time, this can strain your finances and your friendship. By setting firm boundaries and refusing to lend money again, you force them to take responsibility for their actions. This might strain the relationship initially, but it's necessary for long-term balance and respect. The Stoics believed in the importance of self-respect and integrity. Kindness is more than deeds. It is an attitude, an expression, a look, a touch. It is anything that lifts another person. True kindness involves understanding when to offer help and when to step back to prevent exploitation. By discerning genuine need from manipulation, you protect your own integrity and well-being. 3. People who create their own illusions. Some folks live in their own little stories, unable to see what's really going on. Imagine someone who always thinks they win every game, even when they lose. Helping someone like that isn't easy. They've got walls in their minds taller than castles. They need to see their mistakes themselves, and that's tough. Let's dive deeper into this behavior. People who create their own illusions live in a self-constructed reality. They might fabricate stories about their successes or deny any personal failures. This behavior can be a defense mechanism to protect their ego from the harsh truths of life. However, these illusions can prevent them from growing and improving. Confronting someone who lives in their own illusions can be incredibly challenging. They are often resistant to feedback and may become defensive when their version of reality is questioned. It's like trying to convince someone the sky is blue when they insist it's green. The more you push, the more they dig in their heels. Instead of direct confrontation, try to gently guide them towards self-realization. Ask open-ended questions that encourage reflection, such as, "How do you think things could have gone differently?" This method can help them start to see the cracks in their illusions without feeling attacked. However, patience is key, as change can be slow and incremental. Consider a coworker who always takes credit for team projects, even when their contribution was minimal. This can create tension and resentment within the team. Addressing this behavior requires a delicate balance of acknowledging their contributions while highlighting the collaborative nature of the work. Over time, they may start to recognize the value of acknowledging others. The Stoics emphasized the importance of self-awareness and truth. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality, they taught. By helping individuals see through their own illusions, you can guide them toward a more authentic and fulfilling life. However, remember that their journey is their own, and sometimes the best you can do is plant the seed of doubt and let it grow naturally. 4. Those who never admit their mistakes. There's a saying, "A man who never admits his mistakes is like a captain steering a ship without a compass." These individuals tend to blame everything but themselves. It's always someone else's problem, not theirs. Attempting to enlighten such people is often thankless. Sometimes, you need to step away from people who drown in self-justification to protect your own well-being. People who never admit their mistakes often engage in the blame game. They deflect responsibility onto others to protect their self-image. This behavior can be exhausting for those around them, as it creates a toxic environment where accountability is absent. Without recognizing their faults, these individuals cannot grow or learn from their experiences. Psychologically, the refusal to admit mistakes can stem from deep-seated insecurities and a fragile ego. Admitting fault requires vulnerability and humility, traits that these individuals often lack. Their defense mechanisms kick in to protect their self-esteem, even if it means damaging relationships and hindering personal growth. When dealing with someone who never admits their mistakes, focus on creating a culture of accountability. In professional settings, this might involve clear performance metrics and regular feedback sessions. Encourage a growth mindset by framing mistakes as learning opportunities rather than failures. However, be prepared for resistance and understand that change may be slow. Imagine a family member who blames everyone else for their financial troubles. They might accuse their employer of underpaying them or blame the economy, without acknowledging their own poor spending habits. In such cases, it's important to set clear boundaries about financial support and encourage them to seek professional advice or financial counseling. The Stoics believed in the importance of self-reflection and personal responsibility. Without reflection and humility, personal growth is an uphill battle. By stepping back from those who refuse to acknowledge their mistakes, you protect yourself from their negativity. Focus on your own growth and lead by example, hoping that one day they may follow suit. 5. People who don't prepare for the future. Watching someone underuse their talents is like seeing a book stay unopened. They've got the potential but don't map out the steps to build their future. It's like someone with a green thumb who doesn't plant a garden. Let's explore the complexities of this behavior. People who don't prepare for the future often possess immense potential but lack the motivation or vision to utilize it. This can be frustrating to witness, especially when you see the talent and capabilities that are going to waste. They might be content with their current situation, unaware or indifferent to the possibilities that lie ahead. Procrastination and fear of failure often play significant roles in this behavior. They might be overwhelmed by the prospect of taking action or afraid of the unknown. This fear can paralyze them, leading to inaction. Understanding these underlying fears can help in offering the right kind of support and encouragement. To inspire action, start by helping them set small, achievable goals. Breaking down larger tasks into manageable steps can make the future seem less daunting. Celebrate their successes, no matter how small, to build their confidence. Encourage them to visualize the long-term benefits of their actions today. Consider a talented musician who spends more time dreaming about fame than practicing their instrument. They have all the skills and passion but lack the discipline to hone their craft. Encouraging them to participate in local gigs or online platforms can provide the motivation they need to take their first steps towards a successful career. Marcus Aurelius stated, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." This Stoic wisdom emphasizes the importance of taking action and leading by example. By demonstrating diligence and a forward-thinking mindset, you can inspire others to do the same. Sometimes, your actions speak louder than any advice you could offer. 6. People who focus on life's negatives. Some individuals can't seem to break free from the shadow of constant discontent. Their conversations are often a litany of woes. Helping them is like pouring water into a sieve. Direct your efforts toward those who see your support as a gift, not those who view life's glass as perpetually half-empty. Let's delve into this behavior. Individuals who focus on life's negatives often develop a habit of pessimism. They find comfort in their complaints and are resistant to solutions. This constant focus on what's wrong can become a self-fulfilling prophecy, attracting more negativity into their lives. It can also be draining for those around them, who may feel their efforts to help are futile. Negativity can stem from various psychological roots, including past traumas, low self-esteem, and chronic stress. These individuals might feel powerless to change their circumstances, leading to a mindset of helplessness. Understanding these roots can foster empathy and patience when dealing with their behavior. When engaging with negative individuals, try to gently shift their focus towards positive aspects. Encourage them to practice gratitude by identifying things they are thankful for each day. This simple practice can gradually alter their mindset. Additionally, setting boundaries is crucial to protect your own mental health from their negativity. Imagine a coworker who constantly complains about their job, despite numerous opportunities for growth and improvement. Encouraging them to focus on their achievements and explore new challenges within the company can help shift their perspective. However, be prepared for resistance and understand that change takes time. He who laughs at the human race deserves better of it than he who mourns for it, said a Stoic philosopher. This wisdom reminds us that dwelling on the dark can blind us to the light. By fostering a positive mindset and focusing on solutions rather than problems, we can create a more fulfilling and balanced life. 7. People who always blame others for their problems. Helping someone who always blames others for their problems is tough. They never admit their own slips, thinking they're always right. It's like they wear blinders, missing the simple truth that we shape our lives by how we respond, not just what happens to us. Let's explore this behavior further. People who always blame others for their problems avoid taking responsibility for their actions. This behavior can create a toxic environment where accountability is absent. They might project their insecurities onto others, creating conflict and distrust within their relationships. The refusal to take responsibility can be rooted in deep-seated insecurities and a fragile ego. Admitting fault requires vulnerability and humility, traits that these individuals often lack. Their defense mechanisms kick in to protect their self-esteem, even if it means damaging relationships and hindering personal growth. Encouraging self-reflection is key when dealing with blame shifters. Ask questions that prompt them to consider their role in the situation, such as, "What could you have done differently?" This approach can help them start to see their own contributions to the problem. However, be prepared for resistance and understand that change may be slow. Imagine a friend who constantly blames their partner for relationship issues, never considering their own behavior. Encouraging them to attend couples therapy or seek individual counseling can provide the tools they need for self-reflection and growth. However, it's important to set boundaries to protect your own well-being. The Stoics believed in the importance of self-reflection and personal responsibility. The only thing we control is our response to what happens to us, a wise Stoic once said. By focusing on your own actions and reactions, you can lead by example and inspire others to do the same. Sometimes, the best way to help is to step back and allow them to learn from their own experiences. 8. Self-entitled people. Some people believe life owes them favors just for their presence. They think their mere existence warrants special treatment. Life does not bend to our whims. Respect and empathy are earned, not owed. Let's delve into the complexities of self-entitlement. Self-entitled individuals often have an inflated sense of their own importance. They believe they deserve special treatment and privileges without having to earn them. This can create a sense of frustration and resentment in those around them, who feel taken advantage of and undervalued. Self-entitlement can stem from various factors, including upbringing, social conditioning, and personality traits. Individuals who were excessively pampered or indulged as children might develop a sense of entitlement. Conversely, those who experienced neglect might overcompensate by demanding more from others as adults. When dealing with self-entitled individuals, it's important to set clear boundaries and expectations. Communicate your needs and limitations assertively. For example, if they expect you to do something for them without reciprocating, calmly explain that mutual respect and effort are necessary for a balanced relationship. Consider a colleague who expects others to cover their tasks because they believe their time is more valuable. Addressing this behavior requires clear communication and setting boundaries. Encourage a culture of mutual respect and accountability within the team to prevent one person from exploiting others. The Stoics taught that true balance is found in mutual respect and the understanding that accolades should be the fruits of our labor, not expected gifts. We should not spoil what we have by desiring what we have not. By fostering a culture of gratitude and humility, we can help self-entitled individuals see the value in earning respect and recognition through their actions. 9. People resistant to learning or change. Change can be a tough road for some. Imagine someone at the office who uses the same old methods, even when new tools could cut their workload in half. Progress means stepping out of the comfort zone and admitting there's room to grow. Let's explore this behavior in depth. People resistant to learning or change often fear the unknown. They might cling to familiar methods and routines because they provide a sense of security. This fear can stem from past experiences of failure or a lack of confidence in their ability to adapt and succeed. Resistance to change can be rooted in various psychological factors, including fear of failure, low self-esteem, and a fixed mindset. These individuals might believe that their abilities are static and unchangeable, leading to a reluctance to try new things or embrace new ideas. To encourage growth, start by fostering a growth mindset. Help them see challenges as opportunities for learning and development rather than threats. Provide support and resources to build their confidence and skills. Celebrate their efforts and progress, no matter how small, to reinforce positive behavior. Imagine a teacher who refuses to integrate technology into their classroom, despite its benefits for student engagement and learning. Encouraging them to attend professional development workshops and providing mentorship can help them see the value of new methods and tools. However, be prepared for resistance and understand that change takes time. The Stoics believed that he who is content with what has been done is an obstacle in the path of progress. This wisdom reminds us that sometimes progress means stepping out of the comfort zone and admitting there's room to grow. By demonstrating a willingness to learn and adapt, we can inspire others to do the same. Sometimes, the best way to help is to set an example and allow others to follow at their own pace. Helping those who don't want help can be one of the most challenging experiences. Whether they are self-centered, opportunistic, living in illusions, refusing to admit mistakes, unprepared for the future, focusing on the negatives, blaming others, feeling entitled, or resistant to change, each type presents unique difficulties. However, by understanding their behavior, setting boundaries, and focusing on your own growth and well-being, you can navigate these relationships more effectively. If this video made a difference for you, please show your support by hitting the like button and subscribing. Share your thoughts or reflections in the comments below. The universe has a plan for us, and by studying the wisdom of the Stoics, we can learn how to follow it. Stay curious, stay stoic. Watch the next video on screen to learn how to sharpen your mind with more Stoic wisdom.